Your blood holds a wealth of information about your health and can potentially uncover hidden diseases. It's a sobering fact that heart disease remains the #1 cause of mortality for both men and women in the United States. But from a single blood sample, we can actually gain insight, predicting your 30-year risk of experiencing heart conditions, strokes, and even heart attacks. So, in this analysis, I'll be diving into my recent blood test results, sharing insights and commentary from lipidologist Dr. Thomas Dayspring and endocrinologist Dr. Karl Nadolsky. Think of it as a window into my own health and lifestyle choices. And, full disclosure, there was indeed one result that particularly surprised me, which I'll be sure to discuss a bit later on. I personally see regular blood tests as a valuable means of monitoring the body's internal functions, and because of that, I actually recommend getting tested once or twice annually. Analyzing trends in your biomarkers allows for the early detection of health changes, often even before any noticeable symptoms begin to manifest. For instance, you might detect an increase in HbA1c, which is a key measure of blood glucose, and that could happen even before the development of type 2 diabetes. Or perhaps, you might identify declining iron levels before the onset of iron deficiency anemia. The key here is that early intervention, whether through lifestyle adjustments, the addition of supplements, or even medication, can really help to prevent the progression of deficiencies or even severe diseases. Now, there are a couple of reasons that motivated me to share my blood test results with you today. First, I hope that by sharing these results, it will provide a real-world example of healthy physiology that stems from specific lifestyle behaviors. And second, having experts weigh in and comment on specific results can really empower you to understand your own blood tests better and really facilitate more informed discussions with your healthcare provider. Let me provide a little context about my health and lifestyle. At 38 years old, standing at 184 centimeters tall, and weighing in at around 90 kilograms, which is approximately 200 pounds, I consistently maintain a plant-based diet. My daily protein intake typically falls between 120 and 150 grams, primarily sourced from foods like tofu, tempeh, and legumes. Now, I don't fixate or obsess on precise protein counting, mainly because my dietary habits naturally align with that target range anyway. I'm also quite content with my current muscle mass, and while I always aim to continue increasing strength through consistent resistance training, precise protein intake isn't something that I constantly micromanage. When it comes to fat intake, it generally constitutes around 30 to 35% of my daily calories, and it mostly comes from unsaturated fats. I try to consume plenty of nuts, seeds, and avocados. You might recall that I've actually been somewhat critical of overly restrictive low-fat diets in the past. I truly believe that unsaturated fats, especially polyunsaturated fats, are not only better than saturated fat, but are inherently beneficial for overall heart health. My diet is also rich in a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, and fungi, including things like dark leafy greens, purple sweet potatoes, zucchini, berries, and of course, mushrooms. I also make a conscious effort to incorporate fermented foods into my diet on a daily basis, things like sauerkraut. And I use a diverse array of herbs and spices to enhance the flavor of my meals. Regarding physical activity, I'm committed to engaging in daily exercise, combining both resistance training with cardio. This usually amounts to about 75 to 90 minutes each day. Additionally, I actively seek opportunities to increase my step count throughout the day. A DEXA scan that I had done the previous year revealed minimal visceral fat and a high degree of muscle mass for someone of my age and height. I also try to prioritize my social life, and I choose not to rigidly restrict myself in an attempt to maintain an extremely lean physique year-round. In terms of supplements, I regularly take a multivitamin, DHA/EPA omega-3 supplements, hyaluronic acid, a prebiotic powder, creatine, and of course, protein powder. Beyond diet and exercise, I also try to prioritize maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, always aiming for regular bed and wake times. I make sure to expose myself to bright lights soon after waking, and I dim the lights before bed, ensuring a cool and comfortable bedroom environment to promote restful sleep.